Welcome to Christy's Corner. This is Fit for the Long Run is the name of the channel, but this is my video where I talk about my goals. My husband, Joel, who also is on this channel, has a video that will show up later in the month, and it's called The Nerdy Runner. I don't have a cute name for my video, but so I've just said Christy's Corner. We'll see what happens. If you have an idea, I'm not creative like that, let me know. I'm basically going to tell you about how this month did not go as planned at all. It is what it is. And so far, July has not been great. And so I'm hoping that starting today will be better. And I'm going to get into it. And so I'm going to tell you all about what happened with June and the beginning of July. And then and we'll just see what happens with that. And then go from there. I'll also tell you, if you were already watching our videos, you may notice that our time or our day of the week that we were putting up our videos has changed, and that was just something we just thought that ever since we started, we've been putting it on Tuesday, just period Tuesday, and the second Tuesday and the fourth Tuesday. And so we just thought, why don't we play around with it and see if a different day of the week is better for people. And so that's why we thought, let's try Thursdays this month and see if more people watch it on Thursdays. Next month, it might be Wednesdays. We're just going to play around until we find the best time. Because since we're a new channel, we don't have a lot of people that we can even poll on that. So that's why we're just playing around with it. This is our accountability channel, and we don't have a lot of subscribers because we're not like going out of our way to advertise our videos or anything like that, or worrying about the algorithm or anything like that too much, because we're just doing what we're doing, and we're doing it so that we'll be accountable to our goals. And so we're not worried if we have a lot of subscribers. It'd be nice, always nice, because the more subscribers you have, the more people that can cheer you on, and the more people you can cheer on with your health goals, and so running goals. So yeah, that's where we are. We're not worried about that too much. Okay, so I was going to do like a food prep video and stuff like that, but part of what happened in the month of June and July have just caused me to get behind on making videos and things like that. So I actually need to be editing this video right now, and I'm still recording it, so I definitely don't have time to food prep for the video. But one thing I will say, as for our other channel, Saving Money for the Long Run, we just decided to decrease our videos from 2 per week to 1 per week, at least for the summer, just because I have just been off track. And so hopefully just doing that, and the fact that there will be fewer videos per month, will mean that I will start getting ahead on things, and so either in October or either in January, we may go back to doing those 2 videos per week, but my hope is that I'll be so far ahead on videos that I won't feel like I'm always up against the clock to get these things done. And that's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm always up against the clock to get things done, and I don't make money off these channels. They're more hobby, so I don't feel like my hobby should become something that's a source of stress in my life that starts making me feel like, oh no, I gotta get my videos out, and oh no, I'm up against the clock, and if I don't get this recorded right now, like it just felt like it was becoming something that could burn me out. So that's why I decreased to 1 video per week over there, and then I still just have the 2 per month here. So that means I'm just doing 6 per month. Occasionally I may do shorts videos. I don't know, I don't do a lot of those, and or rarely ever, and then maybe some more community posts and stuff, because I haven't been having time to do that kind of stuff. I don't have time to do community posts. I have an Instagram account. You can find it at The Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'll put that right on the screen for you. I have only been posting when I have a video going up, because I just haven't had time. I used to put things in my stories and stuff like that, and I just don't have time. And so yeah, that should, I'm hoping, will help me with some of the problems I've been having. And that's just feeling stressed out. And feeling like I'm always against the clock. And so, because I don't think stress helps your body, your health. And I started the other account, the Saving Money for the Long Run. It was originally called The Long Run with Joel and Christy. We started that one to teach people how to save money on your groceries so that you can eat healthy. And so I feel like lately, I haven't been doing enough for my health, which kind of defeats the purpose of why I was doing that channel. Because if I let my health go, what am I actually teaching anybody? So the stress is part of that. Stress factors into your health for sure. Okay, so let's talk about what happened in June and then July. And this is honest talk with you. First of all, I'm in my early 50s. I'm in perimenopause, have been for almost 10 years. And it's been more than 10 years. But anyway, in the last year or so, it's definitely gotten worse. And one of the things that made it worse is a lot of lower back pain, like when I should be. Sorry if there's any men watching anyway. When my body should be having the cycle, I have back pain instead. That's like my body's going through the motions. And so I still walk during that, but it does make it hard to, I don't know, it's a lot of pain, a lot of hurting. So then so that was probably right after I did my last Christy's Corner video. And that went on for a week. And then I finally that stopped hurting, and I was getting out and I was walking again. Now, when I say getting out walking, I don't mean I wasn't walking. If you remember the last video, I talked about the 40-40 challenge, where you dedicate 1 hour a day to walking outside, like first thing in the morning. I wasn't doing that. So after my back start, I was getting walking done inside, but like much slower and stuff. So after that, I got outside. I like 2 or 3 days of doing the 44 challenge, and my sinuses started, and I haven't had that much trouble with my sinuses in a while. I do have like seasonal allergies, and I'm allergic to pollen. So I guess there was just a lot around, because I couldn't breathe. I was coughing. One day it would be in my head, the next day down in my throat, and there was one day I was pretty sure I was getting an ear infection. That went on for 2 weeks of it like moving from head to throat ear to head to throat. Like it was just up and down, up and down. And I don't run fever typically ever. I have a very low body temperature, and so for me, if I'm up at 98.7 like a normal person, that's weird, and I don't feel good normally when it gets that high. And I had one day where it got up to almost 99. 0.09, like it was 98.9 maybe. It may have been 99.0 and I just didn't catch it, but it was definitely up there, and I could tell I just didn't feel good. And so, like I said, that went on for 2 weeks, and it's not, like I said, it wasn't that I didn't get up and walk around in the house. I just knew that getting out in the middle of all the trees here was not going to help it. So I didn't do the 40-40 challenge by any means the way it, and so like I said last month, I was going to do the 40-40 challenge with the 1 mile in the morning, and then get in the rest of my walking the rest of the day, throughout the day. Because I mean, 1 mile is not as many miles as I want to walk. But then as soon as it ended, I was going to do another round of 40-40 challenge. And with that one, I was going to call it 40 by 2, I think it was, which was 2 miles in the morning. And so 2 miles is not that far. And so what I'm going to do is, I think July 11th is the last day of what was supposed to be my 1 mile 40 challenge. I'm going to just go ahead and move on to the next one and do 40-40 times 2, because 2 miles is just not that much. And I'm just hoping that that now that we've had a good amount of rain and stuff like that, maybe it's washed the pollen away. I feel better today. I felt better yesterday. So that's the second day in a row that I didn't feel like I had to take some medicine or anything like that. So I'm getting there. So yeah, I plan to go outside in the mornings first thing, get in my 2 miles, and hope for the best with that. Hope that there's no allergies. But like I said, every day I still get in my steps, because I do the, I've talked about this before, we do the We Ward app, which is a walking app, where you can, they have challenges in there and stuff like that, but you can save up all your, you get points for how many miles you walk. You can save those all up and then cash them out on PayPal or something like that. But you can also just use those points to help you with other challenges and stuff. And so I feel like, and with leaderboards and stuff like that, I feel like I tend to use those points for the challenges. So I probably won't ever be cashing out anything, but I do it more because I am a kind of person that is competitive. And so since I'm competitive, then I was doing walking. I just wasn't doing it outside. Fun fact was, yesterday I was out in public. I got a lot of walking yesterday outside, but I went somewhere and I wasn't paying attention, and I tripped over a mat, and like, I don't know if y'all see like that little scratch. I fell right on my elbow. I also got a little, my finger hurts. That hurt, that may be hurting because I hit my elbow. And then I got like a little red mark on my leg. Not too bad. But at the moment it hurt. But I kept going. I said, I'm gonna walk it off. So I did. And so anyway, so that's what happened with my walking. And like I said, I plan to go with the 40 by 2. 40 by 2. No, it'd be That's what I called it. I called it 80-40. Yeah, because my goal would be that 80 miles would be within that 40-day period would be dedicated to walking without distractions, listening for God to speak to me. I can listen to worship music, something like a Christian podcast, something like that, but not like other things. You're supposed to be focusing on the things that bring attention to God while you're walking, or silently listening and praying. So I'll be doing that. I'm hoping. And like I said, I would start on July 2nd with that version. And when I'm done, I'll consider that fine, despite the fact that I didn't really do 40-40 correctly. The other thing that I said last time, that I was just trying to make sure that I eat healthier, and not that I eat that bad, but not worry that much about protein. And that is true, but I do have some recipes that I'm going to try, and overall they're pretty protein heavy. So because I do prefer eating that way if I can. Not a crazy amount of protein, but I do try to get, my goal used to be when I was doing that was to get over 100 grams of protein every day. And I would say I'm probably that if I fix up these recipes, these food prep items, I should be in that goal area. Another goal that I had, and this is the last one, was to read one book this month. And I'm going to be honest with you, I downloaded an app that if you play a certain amount of rounds of a game, a different game app on your phone, then you make money off of it. And I'm not recommending it yet because I don't know how I feel about the app or the game apps, but they're games like, Yahtzee or matching games, and I don't think they're like I'm doing them, and I have made a little bit of money off of it, like less than around $50. But I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that I recommend any of those apps yet, because I haven't ever cashed out. So until I cash out one time at least, I don't like to say, oh, I recommend this app, because what if they try to pretend like you don't get the money for some reason. I don't know it well enough to know that that's not true. But anyway, the games are just stuff like Yahtzee or card matching games or dominoes or something like that, so it's nothing crazy, and you don't have to put any cash in to win anything. You can just play. You can just play. You don't have to spend your own money. I would never do an app where you have to put up money just to win money, because I don't feel like you're going to win. So anyway, like I said, I've been doing that, been playing the rounds of the game in my free time instead of reading, so I have not read my book. So I still have it listed for July, but I'm still playing the rounds of the games. I don't know when I'm going to do that. But anyway, I think that's all I have. I would love to know how your goals are going. What are you doing? Are you getting out walking? Are you having problems with sinuses right now? Joel did too, but not as bad as mine. And he certainly still got out and ran. Because like I said, he never ran fever or anything like that. He just had little stuff like that. He didn't take medicine or anything, so his definitely wasn't like mine was. So anyway, yeah. Tell me, have you ever fallen right smack on your elbow? It still hurts. All right. That's all I got for you today. And I hope y'all stick around. Next month, I am going to do my best to do a food prep video with you. All right. Until next time, this is Christy with Christy's Corner and Fit for the Long Run. Remember, it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace. Bye.